Let me tell you a story about a man named Bob. Bob is an ordinary man with an ordinary job. Bob sits here every day, Monday till Friday, 9 to 5. He sits here 8 hours a day, 5 days a week in, week out. He gets the same salary every month. So what does he do? Well, I'm glad you asked. Bob pushes buttons. Bob's job is simple. The screen tells Bob which buttons to push and when to push them. But one day, something was wrong. One day, the computer didn't tell Bob what to do. And Bob waited. And he waited. After 1 hour, without any commands, Bob did something unusual. Something he never does. Bob stood up and got out of his office. Everyone was gone. What could have happened? Bob decided to have a look around. This hallway, too, was unusually empty. Bob tried to open a door, but it was locked, because it didn't have anything to do with the story. Bob found this all very strange. Surely his boss knew what really was going on here. And so he ventured towards his boss's office, a place he'd never set foot in before. When he was met by a set of doors, he chose the door on his right. Oh, perhaps he didn't quite catch what I said. He took the door on his right. With that sort of disobedience, I'm surprised Bob wasn't fired years ago. Look, Bob, just follow the story and take the door on your right. The door to the office was locked. Never before had Bob even seen his boss, and now he was about to set foot in this hallowed room. Bob knocked on the door. But there was no answer from inside. How could this be? Was there a company field trip someone hadn't told him about? Bob gazed at the keypad at the door. The password. The 4-digit wall between himself and the secrets behind this very strange set of events. If only he knew that the password was 1337. But of course, there was no way he could possibly know that. Right, Bob? Bob went into the office and saw... Wait. What? Hang on a minute. This isn't the story. Out of the office, through the hallway, door on his right. This isn't right. This isn't how it's supposed to be. If only you'd just listened to what I said and taken the door on your right the first time round. Now look what you've done. Look what you've done to the story. Look, Bob, I'm not out here to hurt you. I'll give you another chance. But this time, please, just do as I say, and we'll both enjoy the story. All right, Bob. I know we're both on a tight schedule here, so let's just get on with it, shall we? His boss was nowhere to be found. Maybe the answers to his questions weren't in this office after all.
Dinner's on the table. How was your day?
Don't be silly now, Bob. Why on earth would your wife be here to see you? Why would she be here, in your office with dinner on the table? Bob, for heaven's sake, you don't even have a wife. Who'd spend the rest of their life with someone as ordinary and boring as you? Frankly, I'm even bored with you. I sure hope that your story has something up its sleeve later on, because right now I'm falling asleep. Let's just get to the good part now. There's got to be a good part somewhere. You know what? I'll take the reins and lead us there in a jiff. What do you say? You can even take a little break while we get there. Look, Bob. Now we're making progress. Isn't it wonderful? All right, Bob. I'm going to put you back into control now. If you can master the task of picking the correct path this time. Remember what happened last time you didn't do as I said. When Bob was met by two separate corridors, he chose the one on his right. Bob headed towards the cafeteria. Maybe it was Alan's birthday, and they were all having cake. This isn't what he was supposed to do. I thought he wanted cake. Was he trying to escape the story? What Bob didn't know was that this path would lead him to his brutal and violent death. But of course, he still had the option of turning back and just carry on with the story. Are you sure you want to do this, Bob? I just explained what lies ahead if you continue down this path. Last chance, Bob. Turn around. Now. Bob! Turn around, Bob! I'm afraid I can't show what happens next. That would be way too gory and graphic. I think we should give him one last chance. All right, Bob. Last chance. Now, if you just do as you're told, there's still hope that this story will have something to offer. So to avoid any unfortunate detours, I've taken the liberty of putting in our very own storyline. It's right there, on the floor in front of you. So if you just stick to that, we'll get to the good part in a heartbeat. On we go. Let's speed this up a bit. Now, Bob, I want you to really think about this before making your choice. Are you going to follow the door of the story? Or are you going to wander into the unknown? Remember, I won't be there to restart if you choose to defy me once again. There'll be no guidance. There'll be no one telling you which buttons to push. There'll be no one telling you what to do. Say goodbye to the comfort and security of your life the comfort of your regular hours and your regular salary. You'll be on your own in this world, and let me tell you, Bob, the world is a cold and unforgiving place. So for one last time, stick to the story.